Have you ever had this weird, sinking feeling? That someone who calls you friend would happily watch you fall, if it meant they could stand a little taller? Maybe you've shared your secrets with them. Maybe you've cried on their shoulder. Maybe you've defended them in rooms where their name wasn't safe, only to slowly realize your name is not safe in their mouth. Fake friends are not always loud villains. Most of the time, they're subtle, polite, smiling. The kind of people everyone thinks are so nice, while your nervous system quietly screams that something is wrong. And here's the hard truth. You can't build a solid life on hollow relationships. So in this video, we're going to break down 7 quiet habits that reveal a fake friend. And more importantly, what you can do about it without becoming bitter, paranoid, or fake yourself. As you listen, if one particular face keeps coming to mind, don't ignore that. Your mind might be confused, but your body usually recognizes the truth first. What is a fake friend really? Before we dive into the signs, we need to clear up one thing. A fake friend is not just someone who forgot your birthday once, took a bit too long to text back, or had a bad week and canceled a plan. We are all imperfect. We all mess up. Real friends hurt each other sometimes, but they also care, repair, and try again. A fake friend is something else. A fake friend is someone who consistently uses the idea of friendship without showing up as a friend, treats you as a resource, not a human being, feels entitled to your support, time, and energy, but disappears when you need the same, enjoys the benefits of being close to you, but refuses the responsibility of being loyal to you. They don't always look like villains. Sometimes they're charming, funny, empathetic, when it benefits them. So let's go through the 7 quiet habits that expose a fake friend for who they are. Sign 1. They're loyal only when you're in the room. A real friend protects your name in rooms you're not even in. A fake friend protects their image and sacrifices your name. Ask yourself this. Have you ever heard from other people that this friend was sharing your personal stories, secrets, or struggles? As gossip, do they tell jokes at your expense? Then hide behind relax, it's just a joke. When you clearly didn't find it funny, do they stay quiet when others are disrespecting you right in front of them? Here's the key. A fake friend will laugh with the people who disrespect you. Instead of standing with you, share your pain as entertainment, treat your vulnerable moments as stories to gain attention, sympathy, or social points. Why is this so dangerous? Because it reveals something deep. They value approval more than integrity. And if someone chooses being liked over being loyal, you will always be negotiable to them. What can you do? Stop oversharing. The moment you notice this pattern, treat them as someone who hasn't earned access to your inner world. Watch, don't argue. You don't need to plead with someone to be loyal. Pay attention. Do they change when confronted? Or do they get defensive and minimize, upgrade your standards? Loyalty is not a luxury in friendship. It's the baseline. If they can't even respect your absence, they don't deserve your presence. Sign 2. They sacrifice you to protect their image. Imagine this. Something goes wrong. A project fails. A group plan collapses. Someone gets angry. Who do they blame? A fake friend will happily nominate you as the problem, if it means keeping themselves safe. They tell the teacher, the boss, the group, "Oh, it wasn't really my fault. They didn't show up, they forgot, they misunderstood." They might twist the story just enough so that it still looks mostly true. But with you as the main villain, they don't vouch for you. They don't say, "Hey, it was a misunderstanding. We were both tired, let's be fair." No. They stand there and watch, while your reputation takes the hit, so theirs can stay clean. This reveals something crucial. You are not a partner in their mind, you are a shield or a scapegoat. And here's the subtle part. They might later come to you and act all sweet. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, it looked like I blamed you. They just misunderstood me." But notice, they never go back and correct the story in front of the people who now see you as the problem. What can you do? Remember what they chose under pressure. Stress doesn't create character. It reveals it. When things got hard, they didn't protect you. They protected themselves from you. Don't give second chances to the same behavior. You can forgive in your heart, without forgetting with your mind. Reduce your dependence. Don't build your plans, reputation, or responsibilities on someone who has already shown that they will drop you to save face. Sign 3. Their word means nothing. Everyone cancels sometimes. Life happens. We get sick, overwhelmed, exhausted. But there's a difference between someone canceling once in a while, with genuine regret, and someone who turns canceling on you into a lifestyle. Ask yourself, do they frequently cancel at the last minute? Knowing you rearranged your whole day, do they say yes to plans just to avoid conflict in the moment, but never actually intend to show up? Do you find yourself saying, "Let's see if they actually come," every single time? Here's the pattern with a fake friend. They love the idea of being close to you, but they don't prioritize your reality. They make promises in the moment because it feels good to be wanted, not because they respect your time. Over time, this does something to you. You start doubting your own worth. You stop trusting people's yes. You feel guilty for even expecting someone to show up. But remember, someone who respects you respects your time. What can you do? Stop chasing. If you're always the one reminding, planning, checking in, experiment with stepping back. See what happens when you stop. Move them out of the inner circle. There's a difference between a casual acquaintance and an inner circle friend. Their behavior tells you where they belong. Protect your energy. Plan your life around people whose actions are consistent with their words. Let the rest become background characters. Sign 4. You're always the optional one. One of the most painful signs is not what they do with you. It's what they do without you. You see photos of gatherings you were never invited to. You find out about trips, dinners, game nights. Only after they've happened, when you confront them, you hear, "Oh, it was last minute. I thought you'd be busy. It was just a small thing." Now, be honest with yourself. Have you gone out of your way to include them? To send the invite? To say, "Hey, we're doing this, you should come"? And do they rarely, if ever, do the same for you? Here's why this hurts so much. It taps into an old wound. The fear of being forgettable, replaceable, invisible. A fake friend often keeps you as a backup plan when their preferred people are busy. A safe option when they feel lonely, someone they can come back to when the more exciting plans fall through. But you rarely, if ever, see them rearranging their life to make sure you feel wanted. What can you do? Notice patterns, not excuses. Anyone can forget once. But if you are mysteriously left out over and over again, that's not an accident, it's a pattern. Stop fighting for a seat at the wrong table. If you keep trying to squeeze yourself into spaces where people don't actively want you. You'll miss the people who would choose you immediately. Ask a hard question. If I stopped inviting them, would our friendship still exist? If the answer is no, you're not in a friendship. You're running a one-person hospitality service. Sign 5. You're treated like a 24/7 help desk. Picture this message. Hey, long time no talk. Super random, but can you help me with something really quick? You haven't heard from them in weeks, maybe months. No, how are you? No, I miss you. Just straight to the request. On its own, this isn't evil. Sometimes people are genuinely overwhelmed and reach out when they need help. But with a fake friend, it's a consistent pattern. They reappear only when they need something. They lean on your skills, your empathy, your time. After you help, they vanish again. Until the next crisis. You are not a friend to them. You are a tool. And the wild part? They may even call you such a good friend, while never actually being one to you. What can you do? Start saying no more often. You don't need to be rude. Simple phrases like, I can't help this time. My schedule is really full. Are enough. Watch their reaction. A real friend might be disappointed, but they'll understand. A fake friend will guilt trip, pressure, or disappear in anger. Remember, your value is not in your usefulness. You are allowed to exist in someone's life without constantly rescuing them. Sign 6. Their compliments always sting. Wow, you actually look good today. You did better than I expected. I mean, for someone like you, that's impressive. Ever received a compliment that somehow made you feel worse? That's a backhanded compliment. And it's a favorite weapon of fake friends. On the surface, it sounds positive. But the message underneath is, I didn't think you were capable. You're usually not this good. This is the exception, not the norm for you. Why do fake friends do this? They're jealous but don't want to admit it. They want to knock you down a little. While pretending to be supportive, they're uncomfortable with you growing, shining, or improving. So they sugarcoat their criticism and call it just joking, just teasing. You're too sensitive. What can you do? Trust how you feel after interactions. Do you consistently feel smaller, insecure, doubtful after being around them? That's data. Call it out calmly if you feel safe. That didn't feel like a compliment. I know you're joking, but it landed badly. Don't internalize their limit as your limit. Their disbelief says more about their ceiling than your potential. Real friends might joke, but they don't build their humor on the demolition of your self-worth. Sign 7. The relationship is a monologue, not a dialogue. Here's the final, and maybe most obvious sign. Conversations are always about them, their problems, their drama, their achievements. When you speak, they change the subject back to themselves, give shallow responses, or zone out completely. You become their therapist, their audience, their emotional trash can. But when you're the one falling apart, they're busy, tired, or suddenly offline. Communication feels like this. You share something vulnerable. Them, wow, that sucks. Anyway, you won't believe what happened to me today. A fake friend doesn't create emotional space for you. They see you as a mirror, not a person. What can you do? Experiment with sharing less. See if they ever ask, check in, or show curiosity. When you're not feeding them information, observe your own role. Have you trained yourself to always be the listener, fixer, advisor? You're allowed to want reciprocity. Redefine what friend means. If the relationship only works when you're the supporting character in their movie, It might be time to stop playing that role. What to do if you realize you have a fake friend? So now what? Maybe as you listen, one face came up. Or a few. Maybe you feel a mix of anger, sadness, and relief. Here's what you do next. Acknowledge the truth. It hurts to admit that someone you love doesn't really love you back in the same way. But denying reality hurts more, just slower. Stop trying to win them over. You can't perform your way into someone truly valuing you. The more you chase, justify, and overgive, the smaller you become in your own eyes. Just distance, not drama. You don't need a huge explosion, a dramatic speech, or a public breakup. You can simply reply slower, stop oversharing, stop rearranging your life for them, invest that time in people who show up, grieve the friendship you wished you had. You're not just losing a person. You're letting go of a fantasy. The version of them you hoped was real. Open space for real connection. When your life is crowded with fake friends, there's no room for authentic ones. As you let go of people who drain you, you'll be surprised how fast your energy, creativity, and self-respect come back. And a final reminder. You don't need many real friends. You just need a few who are honest, kind, and consistent. The ones who protect your name in rooms you're not in, show up when it's inconvenient, celebrate you without secretly resenting you, can hear your no and still stay. If this video made someone's face light up in your mind, maybe it's time to stop pushing that image away. You're not too sensitive. You're finally paying attention. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who might need this wake-up call too. And tell me in the comments, which sign hit you the hardest? And what are you going to do with that information now?